What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another legend remade in Football Manager 2022. This man needs no introduction, so I'm not really going to give him a big one. It's Alan Shearer. He's the top goal scorer in Premier League history. How is he going to do a second time around? Let's dive in and find out. So guys, if you are new to this series, what we do is we take a former legend of world football and put them back into Football Manager 2022 to see how they handle a second time around in their careers. We also see how they get on in the match engine and see how if they go on to reach the heights that they did in their real life careers. Today we are talking about Alan Shearer. Now, I mentioned he is Premier League record goal scorer. I think it's 260 goals. At the moment, he is by far and away the top goal scorer in Premier League history. And I just watched a video with Geordie, and he said that even though Wayne Rooney had 5 extra years in the Premier League because Shearer was playing and it wasn't the Premier League, he's still the best goal scorer that the Premier League has ever seen. So this is Alan Shearer. He's back where he started his career at Southampton. I know you're thinking Newcastle. His actual professional career started at Southampton before going to Blackburn, before going to Newcastle. So this is Alan Shearer. Now, I've had a look at some of his other attributes in other Football Manager games, and this is the sort of guy that I've put together. Yes, we're using his legend image from FIFA, all of you guys who are sort of that way inclined, but he looks absolutely exceptional. Great heading, great finishing is kind of what Shearer was known for. Penalty taking, very good at that. Good composure, good determination, good on both feet, good, nice and strong. 183 centimeters, or that's 6 foot for you guys in the UK. 79 kilos, shoots with power, hits free kicks with power. I think it's no real surprise that Shearer was a guy who absolutely drilled the ball home when he had the opportunity. I think he's going to be a fantastic goal scorer. What we do in this series is we jump forward in their careers 5 years, 10 years, 15 years into the future, and we see how they get on. And I'm just praying that he doesn't end up as at PSG, just like 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 𝙈𝙚 did last episode. But if this is the sort of content that you like, guys, please do drop a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and ring that bell so you're told each and every time that we upload a video. But let's jump forward 5 years into the future to see how Alan Shearer's doing. So here we are then in the year 2026, and Alan Shearer is still at Southampton, which I am very baffled by. Looking at his attributes, guys, he's improved. He's phenomenal. He's now got 20 heading, 19 finishing. His mentals are brilliant. His physicals are probably a little bit better than he was, or at least what I can remember of him in the Premier League. I don't reckon he was 16 acceleration with 17 agility, but I'm sure you guys in the comments will tell me, yeah, when Alan Shearer was young, he was electric, but that's not the Shearer that I remember. I remember Shearer at Newcastle, pumping in the goals, kind of being in the penalty area, back to goal, that sort of thing. Don't really remember him being electric pace-wise. But as you can see, though, he looks very good. He is wanted, though, guys. He is wanted by Liverpool. Wow. Now, obviously, we know that Shearer had the opportunity to join Manchester United and said no. So seeing him go to a rival in Liverpool would be very interesting. He's had 44 caps for England and 27 goals, which is pretty darn good. But yeah, he looks exceptional, doesn't he? Let's have a look at his career so far and his career stats. So his time at Liverpool, he's already made a good dent in that Premier League goal scoring record. 127 goals scored in the Premier League in 179 appearances, which is very good, along with 25 assists, 37 player of the matches, and an average rating of 7.51, which is absolutely brilliant. Look at this goal scoring record, guys. 26, 28, 30, 20, 23. He's just so consistent, which is absolutely brilliant to see. In terms of his milestones, has he won any competitions whilst being at Southampton? No. England were runners-up in the 2022 World Cup with Alan Shearer present, and then they won the Europa League, sorry, not the Europa League, the UEFA Nations League in 2023, and he's also a Carabao Cup runner-up with Southampton in the most recent season. Was that, or was that the year before? Looks like that was the year before. Devastating losing in that one, but he is still at Southampton. I'm intrigued to see what Southampton's Premier League finishes have been like with Big Alan. If we go into the stages, so they finished in 8th that year. Then they got into the Europa League with Shearer in 5th place. A 6th place season, finished the season before, and then down in 11th. And in that first season, they finished in 8th. So other than one season, they've been pretty much top half at the very least. And then for the most part, they've been fighting out for European places. Also Spurs winning the Premier League in 2023-2024. I don't know how I feel about that. But looking like a very, very good stint. So we go back to Alan Shearer, second highest goal scorer in the most recent season in the Premier League, behind 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 𝙈𝙚. In good company though, 𝙈𝙗𝙁 and 𝘼𝙗𝙁, doing very interesting things. But I think he looks brilliant. I'd love him to go to Liverpool. I think he could go from strength to strength at Liverpool. In terms of some of his other awards, guys, let's have a look and see if he's won anything. European Golden Boy, he won that in 2021 as well, picking that up. Obviously you can see he comes in behind Haaland, and you can see the sort of caliber of player that are coming through. Pedri, Musiala, 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, they are very, very good players, that is for damn sure. He's doing very well in terms of that Premier League goal scoring. Is there any... there's so many awards in the Premier League, isn't there? Okay, so the Copper Trophy, he won that one as well. That is for one of the youngsters, one of the youngster eligible trophies. NXGN, did he win that one whilst he was young? No, he did not. In his year, he was probably ousted by Jude Bellingham, Florian Wirtz and Youssoufa Moukoko. So, again, decent company for Alan Shearer, and then the year before Pedri, Musiala and Gio Reyna. So looking very, very good. He is still at Southampton. He is still on course easily to break that Premier League goal scoring record. We're going to jump forward 5 more years now to see if he still remains in the Premier League. I'd love him to go to Liverpool. I think it'd be so, so interesting. So 10 years into the future, and I cannot believe it. It's happened again. He's gone to PSG. I gave him 20 loyalty because of the loyalty shown to Newcastle United, but he's still gone where the money is in the game, which is baffling to me. A lot of people ask in the comments, why do you not see Real Madrid and Barcelona buying these players? Well, their financial situation probably doesn't allow it as much as PSG. So that's why we see players go to PSG, go to Manchester United and go to Bayern Munich, because they are the big, big clubs in terms of financial spending. But a 28-year-old Alan Shearer is now at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. He's a model professional, a legendary striker, no doubts about that. 113 caps for England, 67 goals for England, so that goal scoring record for his country has dropped off a little bit. If we go into his history, let's see how much PSG paid for his services. 105 million to Southampton. So that year that he was actually wanted by Liverpool, he stayed at Southampton. Obviously, there is a little bit of that loyalty factor there. 25 goals in that Premier League season, so he was well on course to break his own sort of record in terms of Premier League goal scoring, but opted to go and play in France. Since he's been at PSG though, very prolific, 29 goals, 27, 27, 26 in the French league, and I can only assume PSG have won it every single year he's been there. Yes, he has. Yes, they have. And Benjamin Sesko at Lyon. Very, very interesting. So he's gone to PSG, so I can only assume he started to win some competitions. Let's scroll back a little bit. Oh, interesting. He won the World Cup with England in 2026 and he scored the winning goal. Now, I have to admit, guys, I did jump in here and I did take a snippet of this before he did transfer to PSG because I saw that England won the World Cup. Jack, run that World Cup goal now. Seeing Alan Shearer score in a World Cup final and winning a World Cup for England is definitely something I know a lot of people would like to see before he turned traitor and went over to PSG. So since he's been at PSG, Trophée de Champion, yeah, it's kind of gone without saying. He also won the Euros with England the 2 years after winning the World Cup. Liga 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 champion, okay, sure. Have you won any Champions League, Alan? Liga 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, Trophée de Champion again. FIFA World Cup winners again in 2030. So England getting their 2 trophies back-to-back, 2 World Cups back-to-back. You'd love to see that one, wouldn't you? And then we move on. No Champions Leagues for Alan Shearer as of yet. I wonder if he's won any Ballon d'Ors. He's been named in the FIFA Pro World 11. And we'll go back and take a look at this properly at the end of the save. But no, he hasn't won a Ballon d'Or. Kylian Mbappe looking like he's got that on lock at Bayern Munich so far. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to jump forward 5 more years to the end of Alan Shearer's career back at PSG. I'm sure he's not going to leave, and we'll see how he gets on towards the end of his career. Here we are then. It is the end of Alan Shearer's career, or almost the end of Alan Shearer's career. He's 33 years of age now, still plying his trade over in France with PSG. 164 goals. sorry, 164 appearances for England, 135 goals. So he's definitely started stepping that back up whilst winning 2 World Cups. It's not too bad. Looking at his attributes, obviously, it's Alan Shearer. He's brilliant. You know, it kind of goes without saying with a lot of these legends, they're kind of the same sort of thing. They do go and turn into absolute monsters. In terms of his career stats, all the way through his career, he's been pretty prolific, scoring a minimum of 22 goals in a season for PSG. Kind of goes without saying, it's to be expected. In his career, though, 500 appearances in league competition, scoring 392 goals with 92 assists. The man is almost averaging a goal contribution a game at this point, with 104 player of the matches and a 7.69 average rating, and he's averaged a 7.9 for the last 2 years for PSG in the league, which means he must have won a Champions League by now, right, guys? So if we jump back into things, the last 5 years, we need to go from 2031. So since then, England won the Euros as well, back-to-back Euros for England, which is absolutely brilliant. So they won 4 trophies in a row, have England. And since he's been at PSG, Champions League runner-up there, okay. They won the league again, Coupe de France, sure. Has he still not won a Champions League? Alan Shearer, whilst being at PSG, has not won a Champions League. That is ridiculous. We're going to go and have a little peek at PSG in the league. So they lost 3 in the current season, 2 here, 2. They did have an unbeaten season here, scoring 98 points, only drawing 2 games. Lyon and Cannes, I think is how you say that. I'm not 100% sure. And another unbeaten season here, again with Alan Shearer banging the goals in for PSG. But an absolutely brilliant career for Alan Shearer. In terms of some of the awards, though, has he managed to pick himself up a Ballon d'Or? Obviously, he's gone in the FIFA World Pro 11 team. And he has, in his final season that we're going to touch upon, he has won the Ballon d'Or, age 33, so pretty old to see a guy win a Ballon d'Or. But that is because in 45 appearances, guys, he scored 35 goals and got 13 assists and an average rating in all competitions of this year of 7.91, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In terms of that FIFA World 11, he's obviously in it here. We've got a lot of new gens here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all seasons, and in all seasons he does not get in past Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland at Manchester City, scoring 534 goals. Alan Shearer with a measly, in the same time frame, 287. Yeah, it's a lot less games that he's played. Don't get me wrong. Haaland's 747 games for Manchester City versus Shearer's 378. But wow, that is absolutely ridiculous. I've got a list of guys who have been recommended to me, but that doesn't mean that you don't get to recommend your suggestions. Please do chuck them into the comment section down below, because I do go in, I do read them, and I do add players that haven't been suggested before to my list. I've got a few options of players that I'd like to do next. Let me know who you'd like to see. If you have enjoyed today's video, guys, please do drop a like on it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and ring that bell so you're told each and every time that we are uploading a video. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.